There's a moment in every survival situation where everything changes. Your gear fails, your plans collapse, your options narrow down to exactly one thing: the knife on your belt. Not your phone, not your pack, not your fire starter, or your compass, or your emergency whistle. Your knife. Because when everything else has failed, when the situation has become truly serious, when a margin between handling it and not handling it has shrunk to almost nothing, a survival knife is the one tool that can cut rope, build shelter, process food, start a fire, signal for help, and keep you alive through the night. But here is the brutal truth that most knife content never tells you. Not all survival knives are created equal. Some survival knives look impressive on a shelf and fall apart in the field. Some survival knives are marketed with impressive specifications that dissolve the moment real hard use begins. And some survival knives, the ones on this countdown today, outperform everything else on the market by a margin so significant that once you understand the difference, you will never look at a survival knife the same way again. Today we are counting down the top 10 toughest survival knives available right now, ranked from number 10 all the way up to the single most capable, most reliable, most field-proven survival knife you can own in 2026. Number 10. Morakniv Garberg Full Tang. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is the Morakniv Garberg. And before anyone questions why a Morakniv knife is opening a list of the toughest survival knives available, let us be absolutely clear about something important. The Garberg is not your average Morakniv knife. This is not the lightweight camp knife that Mora built their reputation on. The Garberg is Mora's first ever full-tang fixed blade, a deliberate engineering departure from their traditional construction that was designed specifically to answer the criticism that Mora knives could not handle the demands of genuine hard-use survival work. And the answer the Garberg delivers to that criticism is complete, decisive, and impressive. The blade is constructed from Sandvik 14C28N stainless steel, a premium Scandinavian stainless alloy specifically developed for knife applications, hardened to 57 to 59 HRC with outstanding corrosion resistance that handles moisture exposure, salt water, and jungle humidity without rust formation. The Scandinavian grind, Mora's signature blade geometry, produces a convex edge that is both exceptionally sharp and remarkably durable, delivering outstanding cutting performance while remaining easy to maintain in the field with basic equipment. The blade is 3.9 inches long with a spine thickness of 3.2 millimeters, compact enough for fine detail work while substantial enough for moderate battening and camp tasks. The high-friction grip handle provides outstanding grip security in wet and cold conditions and seats naturally in every hand size. The polymer sheath includes a built-in fire starter and a sharpener, genuinely useful field tools that add real survival capability to the complete package. Full tang construction runs completely through the handle, providing structural integrity for hard use. Total knife length is 8.9 inches. Number 9. Ontario Rat 5 Fixed Blade, a knife that carries one of the most serious and authentic military manufacturing credentials of any production survival fixed blade available on Amazon today. Ontario Knife Company has been manufacturing blades for the United States military since 1889, supplying combat knives, machetes, and field tools to American service members through every major military conflict of the last century and a half. That manufacturing relationship with the U.S. military is not a marketing claim. It is a documented procurement record stretching back over 130 years. When the U.S. military needs knives in volume, Ontario is one of the companies they call. The RAT-5 is the hard-use fixed blade that distills everything Ontario has learned from generations of military knife production into a single purpose-built survival platform. The blade is 5 inches of 1095 high-carbon steel hardened to 57 to 59 HRC with a toughness priority heat treatment refined through actual military procurement requirements. At this heat treatment, 1095 delivers outstanding impact toughness for battening, prying, and sustained hard chopping without chipping or fracturing. The blade is finished with a non-reflective black coating, reducing visual signature during field operations. The clip-point blade profile combines a strong penetrating tip with a generous cutting belly, handling the full range of survival and tactical cutting tasks with equal efficiency. The blade spine is a formidable 4.8 millimeters thick, rigid enough for controlled battening through hardwood and emergency prying tasks. A deliberately squared spine section delivers reliable ferro rod sparks for emergency fire starting. The handle is constructed from textured micarta, completely impervious to moisture, temperature, blood, and every field chemical exposure. The full tang construction runs completely through the handle with exposed tang at the pommel available for emergency hammering. Number 8. ESEE 6P Fixed Blade. At number 8, we have the ESEE 6P. The larger, more powerful sibling of the legendary ESEE 4P, and a knife that has earned genuine respect from survival instructors, military operators, and hard-use knife professionals for its outstanding combination of blade length, steel toughness, and field-proven reliability across the most demanding survival environments in the world. ESEE was founded by professional survival instructors Jeff Randall and Mike Perrin, whose field experience included training military operators and special forces personnel in jungle, desert, Arctic, and wilderness survival environments across multiple continents. Every ESEE knife is built from specific operational requirements those instructors identified through real field experience, not from market research or focus groups, but from years of needing their knife to perform in situations where performance was not optional. The 6P features a 6.5-inch blade of 1095 high-carbon steel hardened to 55 to 57 HRC with ESEE's Toughness First heat treatment that prioritizes impact resistance and field repairability above all other performance factors. At this heat treatment, the 1095 steel deforms under extreme stress rather than chipping or cracking. When the blade is being used as a prying tool during emergency extrication or a chopping tool during field shelter construction, the blade flexes and deforms rather than snapping catastrophically at the worst possible moment. The flat grind transitions cleanly from the 5mm thick spine to a lean, aggressive cutting edge, performing across every field cutting task the 6P encounters. The canvas micarta handle scales are completely impervious to moisture, temperature, blood, and all field chemical exposure, maintaining grip security in every condition from tropical jungle to sub-zero Arctic. Full tang construction is exposed and complete throughout the handle. Total knife length is 11.75 inches. Number 7. Cold Steel SRK Fixed Blade, the survival rescue knife. And this blade has been one of the most consistently recommended survival fixed blades in the knife community for decades, earning a reputation for outstanding toughness and field reliability that makes it a serious contender on any list of the finest survival knives available. Cold Steel has built their entire reputation on producing knives engineered to handle the most extreme use cases in the knife market. Their famous destruction testing videos have become legendary in the knife community, and the SRK is one of the clearest expressions of that philosophy applied to a purpose-built survival knife platform. The blade is 6 inches of SK, 5 high-carbon steel at Cold Steel's heat treatment, achieving approximately 57 to 59 HRC. A working hardness producing a blade that maintains a sharp cutting edge through sustained aggressive field use, while providing the toughness to handle repeated hard chopping, battening, and the lateral impact loads that survival knife use generates under operational stress. The modified clip point blade profile provides a strong controlled tip for penetration and fine detail work combined with a generous belly that handles all slicing and draw cutting tasks that field use demands. At 6 inches, the SRK blade generates genuine mechanical advantage during chopping and camp tasks that compact survival blades fundamentally cannot deliver. The blade spine is 4.5 millimeters thick throughout, providing a structural backbone that makes the SRK one of the most rigid and impact-resistant survival blades on this list. Cold Steel applies their proprietary anti-corrosion blade coating, providing protection against rust in maritime, jungle, and desert environments. The Cray-X rubber handle is Cold Steel's flagship grip material, a high-density thermoplastic elastomer that absorbs the shock of hard chopping while providing outstanding grip security in wet, cold, muddy conditions. Number 6. Kabar Becker BK2 CAMPANION, a survival fixed blade that has achieved legendary status in the hard-use knife community for one simple and compelling reason. It delivers an extraordinary level of toughness, durability, and field capability at a level that makes professional survival instructors, military operators, and serious outdoor professionals reach for it again and again when they need a blade they can absolutely depend on without reservation. The BK2 was designed by Ethan Becker, a professional chef, survival instructor, and knife designer whose design philosophy centers on one uncompromising principle. A survival knife must be able to take everything you can throw at it and keep working. The blade is 5.25 inches of 1095 Crovan high-carbon steel hardened to 56 to 58 HRC with a toughness priority heat treatment that ensures the blade handles the extreme lateral impact loads of hard survival field use without chipping or fracturing under pressure. The blade is thick, extraordinarily thick. The spine measures a remarkable 6.35 millimeters, making the BK2 2. One of the thickest spine production survival knives ever manufactured, and providing a structural backbone that handles sustained battening through hardwood, emergency prying, and the full range of impact tasks that hard survival use demands without flex, vibration, or any indication of structural stress. The flat saber grind delivers an edge that cuts efficiently while maintaining the thickness behind the edge that provides impact resistance during hard use. The ultra-mid handle scales are lightweight, durable, and completely impervious to moisture and temperature extremes. Full tang construction throughout with exposed tang at the pommel for hammering tasks. The included silken plastic sheath provides secure retention with a snap closure. Total knife length is 10.5 inches and total weight is 15.5 ounces. Substantial and confidence-inspiring in the hand. Available right now on Amazon. Made in the USA. Number 5. Gerber Strongarm Fixed Blade, the military-issued American survival and tactical knife that has been adopted by branches of the United States Armed Forces as a standard-issue field blade, and a knife carrying the most powerful endorsement any production knife can receive, genuine documented adoption by the U.S. military for active operational use. Not endorsement deals, not sponsored content, actual standard-issue military adoption by the most demanding field equipment evaluators in the world. The Strongarm has been field-tested and operationally deployed in the most demanding environments that U.S. military operations take place in: jungle, desert, Arctic, and urban, and it has performed consistently enough in those environments to earn the continued trust of field operators who evaluate field equipment with the highest possible professional standards. The blade is 4.8 inches of 420HC stainless steel processed through Gerber's proprietary heat treatment, delivering approximately 58 to 60 HRC. Substantially better edge retention than standard 420HC, strong corrosion resistance for maritime and jungle environments, and easy field sharpening without dedicated maintenance equipment. The ceramic coating provides enhanced corrosion protection and a completely non-reflective tactical surface. The drop point blade profile provides the most versatile geometry for a knife required to handle both tactical defensive applications and complete survival field use. The blade spine is 4.7 millimeters thick with a partially squared edge for fire steel performance. The rubberized diamond texture handle is aggressive enough to lock your hand in position during combat intensity cutting strokes while remaining comfortable for extended field use. A glass-filled nylon pommel cap is reinforced for emergency glass breaking. The multi-mount mall-compatible sheath configures for belt, pack, leg, and vest mounting. Total knife length is 9.8 inches and total weight is 7.2 ounces. Number 4. Benchmade Puukko 200, a survival fixed blade that represents the extraordinary result of combining Scandinavian blade design tradition with Benchmade's legendary American manufacture and precision, and a knife that has earned genuine recognition from survival professionals and serious outdoor practitioners for its outstanding combination of blade geometry, steel quality, and field performance across demanding outdoor environments. The Puukko is one of the oldest and most battle-tested blade designs in human history, carried by Scandinavian hunters, fishermen, and warriors for centuries in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Benchmade recognized that this proven design tradition deserved to be modernized with premium American manufacturing and the finest available blade steel. And the result is a survival knife that delivers everything the traditional Puukko offers: outstanding slicing geometry, excellent point control, and a lightweight, nimble field presence, combined with modern blade steel and manufacturing precision. The blade is constructed from CPM S30V stainless steel, Benchmade's premium powder metallurgy alloy hardened to 59 to 61 HRC, delivering outstanding edge retention through sustained hard survival use and the corrosion resistance that handles every environmental exposure from maritime to Arctic. The Scandinavian-inspired flat grind produces an edge of exceptional sharpness and surprising durability. The geometry that Scandinavian knife traditions developed over centuries of practical field use, because it works better than almost any alternative for sustained outdoor cutting tasks. The stabilized wood handle provides warmth in cold conditions and a natural grip that seats comfortably in the hand for every cutting angle. The leather sheath carries the knife with traditional craftsmanship dignity. Total knife length is 8.32 inches and weight is 4.74 ounces. Impressively light for a survival knife at this performance level. Number 3. Zero Tolerance 006 CPM 3V, the bronze medal. Number 3 goes to the Zero Tolerance 0006. And if you follow the serious survival and tactical knife community, This position will come as absolutely no surprise, because the ZT-0006 has been consistently identified by independent field testing operations, military personnel, and serious survival knife reviewers as one of the absolute finest production, hard-use fixed blades available anywhere on Amazon at any investment level. Zero tolerance was established with a mandate that could not be more clear: build knives for military operators and law enforcement professionals who cannot accept any compromise in performance or reliability. And the 0006 is the definitive expression of that mandate in fixed blade survival format. The blade is 6.38 inches of CPM 3V steel, the premium powder metallurgy tool steel produced by Crucible Industries, specifically engineered for maximum toughness combined with excellent edge retention at high hardness. CPM 3V is not a conventional knife steel. It is a tactical material whose chemistry was designed in a metallurgical laboratory to solve the problem that survival and hard-use knife users identified as most critical. How do you build a blade hard enough to hold a working edge through weeks of field use and tough enough to survive the lateral impact loads of battening, prying, and hard survival use without chipping or fracturing? Zero tolerance heat treats CPM 3V to 60 to 62 HRC, an extreme hardness range that only powder metallurgy steels can achieve while maintaining field-usable toughness. The drop-point blade profile features a reinforced tip and a long sweeping belly for the complete range of survival tasks. The blade spine is 4.7 millimeters thick with a functional squared edge for fire steel use. The deeply textured G10 handle maintains grip security in every operational condition. Full tang construction throughout. Total knife length is 11.38 inches. Number 2, ESEE Junglas Fixed Blade. This knife is in a completely different category of survival capability from every other blade on this countdown, except the knife sitting at number 1. The Junglas was designed by ESEE founders Jeff Randall and Mike Perrin specifically as the ultimate jungle survival knife. A blade capable of handling the most demanding survival environment on Earth with the chopping power, the blade length, and the absolute toughness that sustained jungle survival demands. The name Junglas is derived from the Spanish word for jungle, and this knife was field-tested in actual jungle survival environments by professional survival instructors who needed a blade that could process wood for shelter construction, clear vegetation during navigation, process game for food, and perform every survival task a jungle environment demands without showing any sign of stress or fatigue, regardless of how sustained and aggressive the use becomes. The blade is a massive 10.13 inches of 1075 high-carbon steel hardened to 56 to 58 HRC with ESEE's Toughness First heat treatment that prioritizes impact resistance above all other performance factors. At this blade length and this steel specification, the Junglas generates chopping power that approaches a small machete. Capable of processing significant timber for shelter construction, clearing heavy vegetation during navigation, and handling the sustained wood processing demands of extended jungle survival situations that compact survival knives simply cannot address. The blade spine is 6.5 millimeters thick, the thickest spine on this entire countdown, providing a structural backbone of extraordinary rigidity for the hardest survival applications. The micarta handle provides absolute grip security in every field condition. ESEE backs the Junglas with their unconditional lifetime warranty. Total knife length is 16.75 inches. The Junglas is the closest thing to an indestructible survival tool. Number 1. Bark River Bravo 1. And the number 1 toughest survival knife that outperforms everything else in 2026 is the Bark River Bravo 1. A knife that has earned the absolute top position on this countdown through a combination of blade steel excellence, handle craftsmanship, field-proven performance, and the kind of genuine professional endorsement from serious survival practitioners that no amount of marketing budget can manufacture or replace. Bark River Knives is an American knife company based in Bark River, Michigan, whose entire manufacturing philosophy is built on one uncompromising principle: produce survival and outdoor knives to a standard of quality that the most demanding users in the world would carry without hesitation into the most challenging environments they will ever face. The Bravo 1 is the knife that has become the definitive expression of that philosophy. Universally recognized by survival instructors, military professionals, and serious outdoor practitioners as one of the finest production survival fixed blades ever manufactured anywhere in the world. A 2 at 59 to 61 HRC holds a working sharp edge through sustained survival field use at a level that outperforms conventional stainless alloys while delivering tool steel toughness that handles hard battening, prying, and impact loads without chipping or rolling. The blade profile is a drop point with a strong reinforced tip and a generous cutting belly delivering outstanding performance across every survival cutting task. The blade spine is substantial throughout, providing the structural backbone for sustained battening and hard camp work without flex or stress. Total knife length is 9.6 inches and total weight is 7.4 ounces, balanced perfectly for sustained field use without fatigue. The Bark River Bravo 1 is number 1 on this countdown, and every serious survival knife professional who has ever carried one will tell you immediately and without hesitation. It is best.